Yeah, Star Child, Gigi on the A, DJ Baby TK.
We in here
Yeah,
again.
what's good?
Season 3. We still doing it.
Still working on season 3. So the thing that we've been talking about is like spirituality and stuff. And people find spirituality in all kind of ways. They find it in trauma in their lives. They find it in relationships, after relationships, or they find it when they go to prison, or all kinds of different things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the way that the world is now, like a lot of people are quote unquote becoming woke, starting to believe in more things that are out there, not sticking to the things that they've made us believe in type things. So with all these vibes in this room, what we want to talk about tonight is like, what do you guys believe in? Like why are people so scared to believe that there is something extra out there, or there's not, or to even question for 1 second that we've been taught the wrong things? Like, let's talk, Gigi. Let's
I
talk.
mean, first of all, you know why they scared? Because of whatever's been ingrained in them when they were kids, or like, in the past, or the same reason. It's just like a damn, things that are polar opposites still get inspired the same way.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like through trauma or whatever else, or like people that are like hell bent on whatever their religion is.
Yes.
Yeah, people that are hell bent on whatever their religion is, like they ain't trying to see nothing else. People that are hell bent on Bible thumping and being Christians, they ain't trying to hear nothing about you burning no sage, or you saying nothing about the universe, or anything else, because it's just like, and like, I mean, some aren't. So here's the thing: I'm a Christian, but I still believe in burning sage because I know what my roots are. I got Indian in my roots. I got African in my roots. I got German in my roots. Dealing with,
and you got to think
DNA, like the generational trauma.
Yes. Yeah.
Generational trauma.
Generational curses. Yeah. Did you guys even know about that? Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, did you guys even know
I'm
that?
Sure they do.
Some don't. Yeah, like, and that's the thing. You'd really be surprised about the amount of people who really don't. And because for the longest time, like, I'm not gonna sit and lie and say, hey, 20 years ago I knew about all these things that I talk about now, because I wish I would have. It would have probably changed my life in a whole lot of different ways. I mean, there's just so many things out here now, but it's like people are scared to even believe, because like we're so literally put in a box to where we're supposed to believe or do certain things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, people are scared. Like, people don't want to be like, wait a minute though. Maybe Jesus' name wasn't Jesus, or maybe this and this, and
so
people are scared to go against that.
When you do your exploring, and when you really question, like I got to asking my my uncle, who was a preacher, like, how they come up with this what was it, 14 Jesus's birthday?
Yeah.
How they come up with that? How they know when Jesus was born? They don't even have no DNA or nothing. Like, how they tell me? And
none
then
of it.
And then it's so it's after Christ, before Christ.
Exactly.
AC and DC.
And we live on that
it's
timeline.
Like after the nomini, or I you know what I'm saying, anti-denomini, or whatever it is. So they taught us that, and then changed Antichrist before after Christ, before Christ is what they. And I said, so who decided that?
Right.
Like, who decided all that?
So many questions.
Somebody. So everybody's reading the King James Version. King James Version is like an edited version of the original Bible.
But when you start talking about that with people who are like, they start thinking like you don't believe in God, or you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, they start, because it gets into
the Bible is what they've been taught.
Yeah.
Ground up.
But if they would really for real sit and think and question, so there's 15 million Bibles.
I read the book of Enoch. The Ethiopian Bible has a whole lot of other books in it. Yeah. Like I ordered some. You know what I mean?
There is basically a Bible for every religion, like Buddhism. There's, I mean,
yeah.
And that's the thing. So when do we, we've all kind of had that, well, dang, like, what person is the one we should be,
No, there's not. There's only one God
yes,
through all of the religions.
all of it, exactly.
And I'm not. I won't promote it to nobody else but myself. I'm
Yeah,
not telling
yeah,
you to
right.
choose it, nothing else. But I'm telling you what I know. There's stories that cross across religions, stories that transverse across books.
Yes.
They're the same, maybe different names or variations of names, but they cross across books. Whether it's the Jewish Bible, whether it's the Ethiopian Bible, whether it's the Christian Bible,
And there's
whether
like 10 other ones.
whether it's
Literally.
the Quran. There are all kinds of yeah, there are Bibles, and then there's that Bible that my mama got in her house. It's like she got it. I don't know, like she got it with this trunk. She had the trunks redone and stuff. She paid for the trunks to be redone. She put all our family old pictures of dead people and stuff in them trunks. But it's got this Bible in it. It's wrapped up like because it's got leather. The outside is it's falling apart. It's an old ass Bible, and it's got all of those books that aren't in King James version.
Really?
Yeah. It's like I used to look at it and try to read it when I was little, but I wouldn't really like.
Because you were scared.
No, I wasn't scared.
Because you was gonna get your ass whooped if you broke one of them pages. That's why.
No, I was real delicate with the pages. I was the one that wrapped it up. Mama ain't opened it up since.
I also wrapped it up. Well, and you better not. Basically, you feel me? Because like it probably will fall apart.
I just used to look at it and try to read it, and like some of the letters, they looked like they was handwritten in old English letters, and the paper was falling apart. Like it was crispy on the edges.
Yes.
Listen, it was crispy on the edges, like a Harry Potter book or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Look, and it's leather on the outside. It's weird. It was scary to me, and that's why I wrapped it up. I wrapped it up in cellophane.
And I'm telling you, and if you read that, when I get into that, you're going to see that it's completely not the Bible that is produced and hand massed.
It's got those lost books of the Bible,
mass produced,
like everything that's in it. Like,
yes,
yeah,
they change it.
Yeah,
they quote unquote. We'll leave that for a different one. Y'all already know how I feel. Y'all know I'm conspiracy theory, and the funny, y'all gonna know one day I'm dead ass. But like seriously, like. If we open that up, we're going to find all them books that we weren't allowed to really see. And so I love going back to older Bibles and older things because, like, I'm telling you, things are not, they've changed it so much. And so again, let's bring us back to the present though. How can we, without seeming as if, oh, we don't believe in God and, writing us off and whatever, like, because the people, there's so many people that aren't woke.
How can we what?
How can we, educate and be like, hey, you know what? A lot of the stuff has been a lie to keep us where we at.
I don't know about educating, but the first step for me was just like doing some inner work and looking at the reason why I operate that I operate.
Oh, you're talking about like your shadow work type stuff for yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I was just talking at that point about like how people can relate to what we're trying to say without thinking that hey but yeah, you're right. When you start doing shadow work, of course, like a lot of people don't want to do that.
It makes you more in tune to the things that like what's going on in your environment. You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
Like why are you the way that you are? Like why like when you were a kid?
Why is that person talking to me the way that they talking to me, and I can't take it personal because.
I haven't done mine yet, by the way. I have not shadow worked myself. I've done a whole lot of deep diving into a lot of ways and a lot of reasons, but I haven't done the journal yet. Yo, I'm scared a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
The journal ain't shit.
Well, but it's not. You have to start somewhere. For a beginner, the journal is good.
If you put it somewhere where can't nobody look at it, you can be totally honest with yourself because that's your book. You ain't worried about nobody seeing it. Be totally honest with yourself and understand the fact that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But at the same time, I've done so much inner work at myself where I can accept every situation that I've done and still say at the same time, I understand what role I played in it, and this is what I did, and yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But you've also
like I ain't mad at nobody. I ain't never been mad at nobody. I can't anger never. It ain't set in my heart. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
Well, she's not trying to hear me at this point.
No, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Look, I'm going to.
My phone ringing. I got to looking at it.
Nah, but listen, I'm going to for real acknowledge your because listen, it takes a lot to do all that shadow work. It does, but at the same time, I was trying to get to where people could learn where to start, or like, what I mean, like where we starting, because I have not done that. I have not been brave enough to do the shadow work. Do I know there's a lot of childhood stuff with me that affects a lot of stuff in my adulthood? Yes, I do. Am I all the way woke? Probably not. I'm gonna learn something every day. I'm just trying to relate.
Yeah.
She's talking about some shadow work, but
So
look,
no, I didn't mean to take it to
I'm
the
kidding,
shadow
I'm kidding.
work, but
No, no,
what
I'm
I'm
glad we
saying
went
is,
there. But I'm just saying that we need to start as beginner, like for the overall greater good, as to people who don't understand.
so
like,
back it up. What was the question, TK? Tell me.
So basically, we started from the different versions of the Bible that we know because we know.
Right.
Like, if people that don't know that there are different versions, and like why have we've been ingrained basically to believe a certain thing and never to question it, because that's what the government, give me there, wants us to do. But in the shadow work, you went to the shadow work, which is great.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
The shadow work's good for
Okay,
us
so here's
as
the thing.
individuals.
Once you start, so I think that was my correlation. So once you start doing like inner work and you start doing realizations and you start seeing things for what they are,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Once you start seeing things
It's hard,
from this
though.
level to another level, but
Right.
you gotta take yourself back and like
Yes.
take yourself out of the equation, and it's like looking at yourself still moving around, but you outside looking in.
So how do we do that? Give us some advice. Like, we just
I
out there
don't-
floating outside windows.
Yeah,
Like, bring us
it's
in.
like
Bring
a
us
whole
in.
nother consciousness.
Well, duh, right. So here we are. We done went through 3 different subjects. I was trying to.
Yeah, it's like a whole nother consciousness.
Yeah.
And that was the subject that we was really trying to get to. It's like
Yes.
reality,
Yes,
and consciousness,
yes,
and like in a dream state. And sometimes
Yeah.
you can do that. You can move around like in dreams, and yeah. So I was reading this book, right?
Okay, so listen, guys. You know, I got to do that at least once.
Guys, listen,
Okay, so I forgot that now that I'm thinking about it, because I'm not even gonna lie. Let's be. I was like, where is she going with all this stuff? Okay, because we over. Y'all know we be wherever, but I forgot she's got some books, and her journey is definitely more progressed, because y'all know Gigi Smart, right? Y'all know that. Okay, but like, so I was trying to dumb it down and get to where everybody else, after we post this, could kind of go about the steps. But now I get it. She's been reading these books, so she's other lifetimes ahead of us at this point. Okay, I'm just trying to bring it to where it's at. So this is you laughing.
That's why
Dead ass. We got to bring it back. Let me bring it back. Let me dumb it down, because literally, like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm scared to do the shadow work journal on myself, because I already know my fucked up ass shit. You feel me?
Don't even start off with no shadow work. Just start off.
No. I feel like, well, of course, meditating, but until people get to where they need to be at, you feel me? Like, even if they don't even agree with this, they're like, what is all this anyway? I mean, so there's different levels to where I thought this was about to go, but y'all know we be everywhere. So, but anyway, she definitely is like, does extra things. So sometimes I'm like, shit, I can't. What the fuck am I supposed to say? The fuck?
What the fuck is she? What the fuck?
Yeah. So she definitely. But anyways, yeah. So you see, we still real. Like, we dead ass real. We always gonna be real with y'all.
Really,
like,
same, baby.
Like 100%. Like, we ain't the smartest. We never even claimed that we were. Like, we doing this podcast stuff. Like, we doing this podcast stuff. Like, we just be throwing it out there. I mean, but we do have some dope ass topics and all the shit. And for real, like, we're not closed off anymore. So there becomes a wokeness and then a wokeness. Like, we're gonna talk about it all. So, I mean, we're gonna literally, even if it makes us uncomfortable. Like, man, y'all have no idea. The funny thing is, y'all don't even have a clue about what we really talk about before we actually get to this point.
Like, no, say that for the show.
Yeah.
Say that for the show. But listen, yeah, been on a whole nother journey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And nothing crazy, you know what I mean? But reading and and doing other things that exercise myself spiritually, exercise myself like physically, like just doing a whole lot.
I need to
Yeah,
physically exercise
yeah, not
myself.
like
Like
physically,
for
like
real.
yeah, I'm
Physically.
taking walks by the
Like no,
river
I
at
need to
9, 10
run,
o'clock at
jog,
night. You know what I'm saying? I'm
sit
down
ups.
there. You hear me?
Yeah.
Come meet up with me. You know what I'm saying? We rolling. Um, I've been reading a lot. I got time for it today, as the situation may be. You know what I mean? Maybe I got time for it today. Baby ordering up
because she
everything.
plugged books.
Yeah,
The books.
I plugged on the books. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna show. I feel like that's my ancestors telling me that you over talking shit or something. Because I'm playing.
But
you know,
always have to
motherfuckers be
read
doing
up.
that.
Fact of the matter is,
Yeah.
reading it sources your soul. You know what I mean? It gives your soul food.
But it's the right things. You have to read the right. I mean,
Yeah, you just
all
can't
reading
read
ain't about a
anything.
source your soul type
Yeah.
shit poetry. We about to do deaf. Hold on.
Nah,
we doing deaf poetry.
Nah, I mean, yeah, I like comic books too. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I like anything that can give me something mentally to challenge myself.
Yes,
and something to think about.
Yeah,
something in my mind to picture like visually while I'm reading it is the best thing.
Right.
I love those type of books.
So what we saying overall is that there's so many dimensions, so many
enrich your mind.
Yes, there's so many things. Like, don't be closed-minded because of the way we were taught or the way what I'm saying. There's so much more out there to learn every day. Like
so talking about this book, like this one book that I'm reading, it's like Carlos Castaneda, The Teachings of Don Juan.
She thinks she's Spanish now, y'all.
A Yaqui way of knowledge.
She didn't say Castaneda.
Castaneda. It's like Castaneda. It's like Castaneda. Carlos Castaneda.
What's so tell us about the book?
Okay, so for real, like dude was a college student at UCLA Berkeley, and he decided that he wanted to study like indigenous communities and like the way that basically life was falling off. Like it was less and less people to carry the knowledge that those indigenous communities, and he wanted to go do some peyote.
Okay.
So he went to talk to Don Juan. You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
Don Juan.
Wait. Are we talking about the Don Juan in like the real Don Juan?
Nah.
Like the pimp Don Juan?
Nah, pimp Don Juan got his name from the Mexican
Don Juan.
Yeah,
so explain the difference to the people because
so the difference is it's not Don Juan from Detroit.
Because I mean, I would have been like Don Juan. What? I'm reading it.
Nah, this is Sonora. This is Don Juan from Mexico, and Don Juan, Don Juan from Sonora, Mexico. He was a Mexican shaman.
Okay.
And so this student from UCLA Berkeley went down there and he hung out with the man for like 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Kicked it with him, and not kicked it with, basically took the peyote. And then once he told the man he wanted to take peyote
to people what peyote means.
Peyote is like a little cactus. It's like a little button shaped cactus.
So what was the significance to why somebody would want to take the peyote?
Take it and you chew it, and it's hallucinogenic. It's hallucinogenic, so it makes
and they was on like 25 dimensions.
Yeah, so after you take so many, it's a whole spiritual thing though. It's
right?
Not not like somebody rolling up at 4:20 at, you know what I'm saying, after class or whatever. Right. It's a whole spiritual thing. So like you might take some peyote and not do it again for like a year and a half, 2 years.
Well, because most people do that,
you might not do it again for a year. Like it's a spread out type of thing because it's such an intense type of high and spiritual.
Yeah, because it takes you to a whole different dimension.
Body. And so like, yeah, the book is
scary.
Really good. Yeah, it's good. It's a good book to read. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The man took it and low key like real life diary accounts, and he's
Right.
telling you what day he's writing it and what day it actually happened
So
on
so
in the
he
book.
basically chronicalizes his
Yeah,
journey with
chronicalizes his journey with the peyote
and then
and
so
like
this is this book.
and the
This is this
with
book.
that, yeah, with the peyote and four other
This book.
substances. You know what
I
I'm
know y'all
saying?
can't see
The
it
teachings of Don Juan.
because we got it all moon.
Yeah, but he chronicalizes his journey with
Okay.
that and like four other substances that the shaman tells us that he has to take in order to manifest the powers that and divination
So
powers.
this is the
So
first
he
book.
learns how to become a bird. He learns how to do a whole lot of
Yeah,
shit. You know what I'm saying?
because
He takes that shit and then he's outside of his body. But he got a teacher with him that's sitting there watching him. It ain't no party, nothing
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. No, no, no.
it's something
No, it's
else like
literally, and that's what I'm
holy
saying. Like,
spiritually.
like I've,
Yeah.
I've personally never done like mushrooms or any of the shit like that, but I know like as far as being like spiritual or whatever, like people do that and like they go like it literally would take you to a different dimension and like people think they're crazy or whatever. I mean, some are. I mean, some take it like fucking too far. I ain't gonna lie, they do too far.
In the book,
But
in the book, like you'll hear some of the instances, and if you actually seen somebody doing this in the city, you'll be like, ah, yeah, they freaked out. Like, yeah, they
well,
tweaking
yeah,
out.
I mean, well, fuck,
They
we say
tweaking
that.
out. But
Yeah.
the shit that he's doing in the book, he's doing it in the desert. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nobody else around him. He's just him and his whatever he's got. You know?
Yeah. And so this is nonfiction,
Nonfiction.
right? Okay. Is
Yeah,
it?
not
Have you fact checked?
Look at it.
I can't see. It's dark in the story in here.
Hold on.
No, I'm saying.
Resume. Okay.
Yeah. So the books, like I said, like so the nonfiction to fiction, like tell us
You
about.
was asking if it was fiction or not. So it's basically a commentary. It says includes commentary. Hold on. A journey. Um, fuck, you asking me. So okay, so I told you. It's a student. He went to UCLA Berkeley. Carlos Castaneda.
Right.
And
so there's a series though, right?
Yeah, it's like 12 books. So if you go on Amazon, the it's like 139 or 159.
Okay, so give us the overall scenario of him and his books.
It's like a journal. It's like a spiritual journey through life and like.
Okay, but so multiple art or authors have like different aspects and perspectives.
Dealing with Don Juan. Don Juan is a shaman,
right?
And the things that he deals with, as far as I'm reading, are like healing or finding your higher self,
okay,
or being able to transform yourself into something in another consciousness.
Right. Okay, so this is what this is. Okay.
Yeah, transforming yourself into another consciousness, whether it's through dreams or through using hallucinogenics. Like in this first book, they're using peyote and something they call it devil's weed. And then there's another like yellow flower.
So what do you think the devil's weed to them was?
No, it's actually a root, and they tell you what it is. They give you the actual scientific name of it in the book.
Okay. Have you ever? I mean, I know you, so
I haven't ever done it. But
what I'm saying is, I would think that you would have looked that up and would have had an answer.
But there's also like it's in the book.
I don't know.
Go right back to it immediately now.
But so it is something different.
But go read the book, because I don't want to give you no spoiler alerts. Like if you're somebody that like hangs on the details and likes to actually read or something, you know what I'm saying? It's in there. But there's like a mushroom and a yellow flower that they like combine. They go and find these mushrooms, and it's not like every other mushroom, just like the peyote is not like every other cactus. You know
right.
What I mean?
Yeah.
And the peyote is literally a cactus.
So the timeline of this book, what would you put
it's
the
The
timeline?
1960s.
Okay.
Like 1961, 62, 63, 64.
So they're trying to come up with the perfect concoction to basically take them away from the world.
The perfect concoction, the shaman already has it. This man is a student. He's like a psychology student. I can't exactly remember what his major was, but he goes out and he tells his shaman, I want to learn about the dying ways.
Yeah.
Like, because the Indians are dying off, the people that know the indigenous ways are dying off. So I want to know it, and I want to know how they get to the levels that they ascend to spiritually. So he's like, yeah. And the guy's like, yeah, I want to do some peyote. And he's like, yeah, it ain't that easy.
Nah.
Yeah. It ain't like me rolling up to you on the corner and saying, hey, I want to
let me get
let me get a couple blunts, man.
Right.
No, it's not like that. So it's something that you have to do over a course of years, a period of time,
Right.
because it's not something that you just want to encounter. You basically, if you ain't doing it right, you can die.
Oh yeah, and whoa, disclaimer.
Yeah, if you ain't
Don't
doing
go
it
out
right,
and
you can
find
die.
a
So don't run
yellow
around
weed or
asking nobody, well,
peyote,
you know how to get some peyote, man, because you got to
whatever
choose
else.
like
But
12, 10, 8, 10, 12 buttons. You know what I'm saying? With buttons, like each peyote cactus is a little button, maybe like a $half size around, or maybe a little bit bigger. But yeah, you gotta chew them up, and they taste real nasty and make your mouth go numb like cocaine or something. It's crazy, and it's not no real stuff you want to really do. But the book is good. You know what I mean? Read the book. The book can give you all the experience that you need. You don't need me to chew no buttons. Just read the book.
well, but so back
For real, like I'm
back,
not endorsing nobody going
yeah.
out asking no for no
Right.
peyote.
Yeah. Hold
Or
on.
nothing.
Yeah.
You know
So the point of the whole thing is that there are so many different aspects to religion
yeah,
and spiritualism, and
yeah.
and
People
spirituality,
find
like all the stuff. Like if you can't be scared to like open your mind up that there is or could be possibly something else out there, because there is. Like the ways that they want us to think, because I don't, you feel me?
There's like ayahuasca.
Like so many different things. Like don't close your mind.
You gotta open your mind up to everything else. People that are Christian like get so stuck on
Oh,
what's in
yeah.
the Bible, and what's in
Definitely
the Bible is
Christian.
like a cut version of what was originally written, and what was originally said was like way more than what they wrote down.
Right.
So back it all the way up, and like you don't really know what created us all, and
No.
everybody's got like a whole nother spiritual whatever higher power that they want to talk about, but at the end of the day, all the religions really
it's all the
up.
same.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's about
And that's the thing.
that's bigger than us.
I believe in a bunch of different stuff. Like, and believe me, I believe in. I didn't think I would ever. I was also, one who was like, I mean, man, let's talk about it. Me being gay. Like I beat myself up for so many years when I was younger, because I was like, this is not okay. Like, from what I was taught, about if I want to go to heaven, I can't be gay. If like all these things, you know what I'm saying? Um, like all this stuff. Like I'm trying to tell you, there's so much more out there. It's like I don't know. It's going to have to be a whole different podcast, but you can't just close your mind to certain things, and or not open your mind to other things.
At the end of the day, I say open your mind up and explore.
Yeah. Like we've been taught a way that is literally. I don't want to on this episode like open up the gates of HEL, but literally,
you already
like
sitting up here
man,
in the middle of lying gates, talking about it.
But I'm trying to tell you, it really for real, when you start realizing and reading for real, and like putting together stuff, all the shit they done lied to us about.
I say reading
and made us
enrichment, whether it's a lie, whether you reading something that's fact, or whether you reading something that's fiction.
Everything,
whether it's made up or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's an exercise.
Like half my whole life
for your mind.
Like, nah. I'm trying to tell you, there's so much more stuff out there. Is the point of this whole thing. I mean, but we airing this bitch, right? Here we are. We're gonna talk it. We're gonna live it. We're gonna talk it. Like
you say, let's talk.
Like dead ass. Gigi on the A, let's talk. Like let's for real. But we love y'all, and we're gonna put some shit together and finally get our maybe second episode, I think, of season 3 finally. Oh ho.
Don't do me.
We gonna do her. So really? Listen, y'all. I swear I think we only got one episode up on season 3, which was like promoted. What? Get in their ass, y'all. Get in their ass.
You know who promoted was? You know who promoted?
You know who I promote. I'll be up in late night, like boom, let's promote. And then I'm like, we about to do this and
edit and everything. Now we doing this on camera?
Yeah, we doing it. Let's do
this on camera.
Let's do it. Hey, people like drama, right? They gonna tune in for drama. Let's do it. We got beef. Listen, I got beef with her. Y'all feel me? We a matter of fact, you know what? I'm about to pull up on her block tomorrow with a water gun. It's on. It's on.
Ask her how many times I come over here. We recorded, and then the shit went in the vault.
About 10. Literally, like honestly,
Right.
like not even just that, like even in her house, like we do have a bunch of stuff like in the vault.
Yeah.
But I mean,
On the
you know,
porch.
life be happening.
Literally.
Listen, life been
Life
life,
be
and
lifing.
it does. We both done. You know, it shit happens. But we about to come back with y'all. Like you feel me? Well, we about to get it together.
Mm-hmm.
But hey,
Mm-hmm.
let's see, y'all. Let's see. What she about to do? She's the one who uploads. She's the one.
All right, y'all. Bye.
Nobody's fool. Nobody's special.